What's up, guys? It's Eric and Marcus from Rare Candy, and today we're back with another episode of Testing Rounds, where we take some new concepts that a new set gives us, and we kind of test them out with some pretty unrefined, untested lists, and we see, what's good and what sucks, basically.
Yeah.
So for this one, we have myself playing Delphox BREAK on the left, and we have Marcus playing Night March with the new Mew from Fates Collide over there on the right. I gotta say, Marcus, man, that's a clean playmat you got there, man.
Oh yeah, look at it.
Yeah, man, that's pretty sick.
You get the part for your regular discard pile, and then your night marchers.
Marcus, where you get something like that, man?
Oh, I don't know, man. Well,
Oh, we should keep that on the hush, man. For right now.
Okay.
All right, that's cool. Well,
Yeah.
if people like this type of stuff, we might know a place they can get it in the future.
Potentially.
Yeah, man. But anyways, guys, so Marcus is over there playing Night March and Mew over there on the right. And to be honest, I thought Night March was just gonna completely destroy this Delphox deck,
Yeah.
but I was actually pretty surprised by how close these games were. And so I'm also just gonna apologize in advance for the glare. There's some parts where the lighting is not ideal. So
Yeah.
here, I'm pretty sure you get a Pumpkaboo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it looks like.
I'm just gonna assume so. Either that or a Mew, but I'm guessing Pumpkaboo.
Yeah, I think it was just Ultra Ball for a Pumpkaboo.
Mm-hmm.
Drop that teammates in there so I can abuse it eventually.
Mm-hmm. And so, for you guys who don't know, there is a new Mew from Fates Collide, and it fits really well into Night March. It has this ability that lets you copy all of the attacks of your basic Pokemon in play. So if you have Mew out, and you're attacking with Mew in this Night March deck, it lets you put more Night Marchers in the discard pile to do more damage, since you don't have to actually attack with them.
Yeah.
So, and since you're attacking with Mew, it kind of prevents your Night Marchers, or your most important attackers really, from getting knocked out, since they'll be knocking out your Mews instead. So, and there I think we just saw a compressor, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Battle Compressor dropping. It looks like a Lampent, Joltik, and a
Sycamore?
Sycamore.
So here we have a DCE and a Shaman, and I believe that's a Dimension Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. That big white card in the middle of the field. Yeah, it's Dimension Valley.
Yeah.
So you're doing pretty good so far. Really, the only other thing I think you could want is probably a Mew to hit the field. Okay, and you do actually have one.
Debating on whether I want a Battle Compressor or an Ultra Ball, so I guess it turns out I want the Ultra Ball.
Get more Night Marches in the discard, always a good idea.
Yeah.
So, and most people probably know what Night March does at this point, but for newer players who are just getting into the game, Night March is basically just an attack that all of these low HP Pokemon have, and it does 20 damage times the number of Pokemon with Night March in the discard. So that's why you're seeing Marcus discard all of these different Pokemon.
Right.
Okay. And, if you've noticed, Marcus's turn has been going on a while, and this, this deck is just super fast. It can do a lot very quickly. So that's one reason I thought it was going to kind of just, body this Delphox deck.
Right.
Just because of its sheer speed, but, I don't know. We got some tricks up our sleeve in the Delphox deck.
Yeah.
So here, I think you're just compressing away a Hex, a Lysander, and I don't know, man. You got a good amount of Night Marchers already in the discard.
Yeah. I guess I'd drop a Joltik as well.
Yeah, it seems fine to me. So after that, you gotta ask, what else what else do you really want on turn one?
Yeah, I don't know.
You've got all of your tech supporters in the discard. You've got a ton of Night Marchers in there.
Yeah. Bench a Mew. And then I guess pass. Cool.
So Scorched Earth. That's a stadium card we play. It lets you discard a fire from your hand to draw 2 cards. Okay. So here I'm just debating, I think, what to Ultra Ball away. Because we really need to get a Fennekin down. Against Night March, we can't really waste any time getting set up here. Just because we know we are getting attacked the next turn no matter what. And here, I was actually going to go for Jirachi, because that's one of the only ways we can really slow Night March down is by playing this Jirachi that lets you discard their special energy. But unfortunately, it's prized, which, yeah, you don't really want that prized against Night March. But Fennekin's fine as well. Ideally, we want to get a second Fennekin on the board, just because if this one gets knocked out, we're going to be in big trouble.
Right.
So, Shaman. Okay, just probably see an attach and an N, if I had to guess here. Yep, seems good. So, ideally, we want to get a second Fennekin down. Otherwise, he can Lysander up this lone Fennekin, potentially.
Yeah.
But we also have Shaman down, so he might also opt to just bring up Shaman and knock that out for 2 easy prizes.
Right. And I guess the upside to playing a deck like Night March in a format where N is back and whatnot is that if you go through enough of your deck and then they make you shuffle draw back in and you have stuff that you want, you're likely to hit it again, I guess.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, because with Night March, after your first turn, like, assuming you have just an average start, you've usually gone through about half your deck. So,
right.
You know, N really does hurt Night March, I think, in the very last few turns of a game. But even still, like, again, your deck is so thin that even if you get put down to a 2 or 1 card hand, you can potentially just draw out of it because of all the different, like, draw cards that you have in your deck and the fact that it's so thin.
Right.
So here he played Acrobike.
Yeah, I don't know what I kept on it, but I
think that was a Versus Seeker. I don't know if that was in your hand or not already, but
yeah, not sure.
So here he goes for the Shaman, and I'm actually really excited about this, just because I believe I have the Candy Delphox in hand. So I don't mind going down on prizes, especially since we play a high count of N in this list. Here I think I'm just debating if I want to Ultra Ball some stuff away. So you're just getting Trainer's Mail, get Blacksmith. And what to do? Just debating on what I really want to get rid of here. And Wally seems fine to me, I guess. Because we have Versus Seeker in hand, we can always just decide to use one of those supporters sometime this turn if we want.
Yeah.
So here, you know, a lot of people are talking about the new Delphox that just came out in Fates Collide, but we also play the XY one. To be honest, it's... you know, I found myself going for it more often than I go for the Fates Collide one.
Yeah.
Because they take the same amount of energy to get in play, or to attack with.
Right.
But the one from XY has a really, really good ability.
Yeah. It's like a Shaman every turn, I believe. I don't remember what it's called, though.
Yeah, Mystical Fire.
Yeah.
So here, yep, we rare candied, and then Wally to get out our Break Delphox as well. So the Break lets you search your deck for a fire, attach it to one of your Pokemon. So we are able to do that and attach for turn in order to power this thing up. And I believe as of right now, we are actually 1 Night Marcher or 2 away from being knocked out.
Right.
So from out of nowhere, our Fennekin went from having like 60 hit points to 180.
Yeah.
So this has actually been a really good turn. We got the second Fennekin down, and we got a Break.
Yeah.
Basically a stage 3 on the second turn of the game.
Right. And I guess another good thing about this matchup for Delphox is that it doesn't have to hit big numbers anyway.
Sure.
To, you know, take KOs on this deck.
The only downside is you only need 1 attachment for turn to get knockouts, whereas I need one attachment plus a supporter
Yeah.
or like an ability or something like that too.
Right.
So that's why I thought Night March would do so well against this.
Yeah.
Just because it's a lot easier for you to get knockouts.
Right.
But as you guys can see, we also play the Zorark line. As you can see, the Bench Zorua, that's a card that's actually kind of meant to help with matchups like this, where they're just a lot faster. But if you play something like Zorark, and there's other stuff you could play in this deck, to be honest, but Zorark just requires a single attachment to get knockouts. So.
Yeah.
But here we drew the Jirachi off the prize, and that's a really big card. Because Night March pretty much only plays double colorless energies, so Jirachi can just Stardust every turn potentially.
Right.
Okay, so you're going down to 3 prizes there. So here, I think I was just debating, do I really want to put down this Jirachi if I can't use the attack this turn?
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough, especially if you're like holding onto the Jirachi and you want it to go down, but you want to save it, but you want to play a draw supporter, which could end up having you, shuffle it back in or something, have to find it again, or potentially even discard it.
Yeah, exactly. And I really needed to play a Sacred Ash there, because both of my Delphoxes that let me draw extra cards were in the discard already. So that was why I was really hesitant, because I really wanted to save my Sacred Ash for when Jirachi got knocked out.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of unfortunate. I felt like I needed to bench it. I felt like it'd be safe because I was going to end you down to 3 cards.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, didn't figure there would be, a way for me to get the Jirachi pulled up into the active or anything like that.
So
seemed kind of safe.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the right play or not, but
yeah,
it seemed like a decent one.
Right.
And man, after these matches, I almost feel like this Delphox deck needs 2 like recovery cards. Like 1 Sacred Ash is not enough, because like 1 Break Evolution line is 4 cards already.
Yeah. I forget, did it run Super Rod in this list? Or?
Nah, just Sacred Ash.
Okay.
I kind that seems excessive, but
Yeah.
I kind of like that actually.
Yeah.
Playing a Super Rod and Sacred Ash.
Right.
But I'll probably talk more about that when we do the deck profile too. Here, I'm just wondering where I want to attach. Because I don't have a draw supporter in hand. So if I attached to the Delphox and it got knocked out, I would have no energy for next turn. So I was just like, I'll just hang on to it and attach whenever he knocks out something.
Right. So here we play Lysander. You can get that Jirachi.
All 3 cards, really, man?
Yeah.
Really?
Got the Versus Seeker. So definitely don't want that thing to stay alive.
Okay, so I'm going to use Flare Witch. Delphox Break's ability there. Just trying to thin my deck out before I use Mystical Fire to refill my hand.
Yeah.
That way I don't draw into the fire energy as well.
Right.
Here I was debating if I wanted to attach the fire, but I think I really need to try to go for a DCE. Okay. Or in this case, a Blacksmith maybe?
Yeah.
Or I could maybe Wally into a second break and use Flare Witch again plus the energy in hand.
Yeah.
So there's a couple different ways to go about this.
Now, did you already Flare Witch the first energy on there?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. And then so Flare Witch does stack, I guess, then, yeah.
So I don't know which way is better.
Right.
I almost kind of like the Blacksmith though, because I don't think there's a whole lot of energy left in the deck, so I'd rather just reuse what's already been discarded.
Yeah.
So if I had to guess, that's probably why I went for that play instead.
Right.
Okay, and then just attaching for turn there. So yeah, that's another plus to it. It lets me start powering up another attacker.
Right. So we get a puzzle of time off the trainer's mail. Seeing how many cards I have left in my deck, it's not a lot.
Yeah.
I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
And then we played 2 of them.
So, looks like Mark's is going to go down to 1 prize off this. I really don't have anything to work with in my hand, just a Lysander and a Sycamore and some stuff.
Yeah.
Here, just for secret for teammates there. And basically, I have to hit N, otherwise this game is just completely done. Because more than likely, he's just going to teammates for some sort of combination of cards that's just going to completely win him the game next turn.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's in Marcus's hand, but he's going to set up to where he can win next turn no matter what I play. So
Right.
he could maybe go for like Target Whistle versus Seeker, or really just anything. Just a Lysander. So whatever he's getting, it can't be good for me. That's what I'm trying to get at there.
Yeah. I really couldn't decide which way to go. I know I'll show my hand, I think, in a second here. But I think I went for two more puzzle of time. I can't really remember.
That seems really good, yeah. And there goes Delphox. But luckily we top deck a Versus Seeker, and that is a monster of a top deck. So yeah, we're definitely gonna end him out of whatever he just teammates for. Like, for sure. I don't even know why I have to think about that. It's like, yeah, put him at 1 card. And then, yeah, Mark showed his hand. He had, like, DC puzzles of times.
Yeah.
So, and, yeah, if you guys didn't know, N was also a card that got reprinted in Fates Collide as well. Yeah. So, slower decks like this Delphox deck, they really get a big boost from N because it allows them to make these late-game comebacks. Here. We just use Psystorm, and Marcus is just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
He's just trying to think what he wants to do with this.
Yeah. Pass.
Yeah. So here, I'm just trying to take away any sort of, I guess, advantage or any option that Marcus could have to kind of swing back into the game on these last few turns. So we got rid of his stadium. And I don't know what I'm thinking about here. I think I might have a Versus Seeker or something. Maybe that's why I'm checking my discard. Okay, so we're Scorched Earth. I think I was just like debating if I really, really wanted to discard another energy.
Yeah.
To be honest, though, I should have Flare Witched first. Because that would have thinned out the deck.
Yeah.
And so here we really need a DCE to knock out a Shaman. Now, if we can get that, we'll be in, fantastic shape. But okay, so then we'll just Hex and swing for 80. Because Psystorm, the regular Delphox's attack from Fates Collide, it does 20 for every energy on both sides of the field.
Yeah.
And here, it looks like you got a Revive.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. And here, you Ultra Balls, grab Shaman.
So I think it was like 6 or 7 cards that I had left or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, but then Marcus forgot that I hexed.
Yeah.
So a big misplay right there, unfortunately. So I'm just going to Shaman, try to get some more cards. Yeah, we really just wanted to hit that DCE. That was the big thing. So Blacksmith, get even more energy on the field. And yeah, Psystorm should knock out the Shaman no matter what. Because right now it's 24, 60, 80, 120.
Yeah.
That seems good. And here, Marcus, I mean, you have like, what, 6, 7 cards in your deck?
Yeah.
And 3 DCE in there, so odds are pretty good of hitting one here.
Yeah, if I can hit one, then...
Because he got an Acrobike off that Trainer's Mail.
Yeah. So I can hit a DCE, then I can make up for the misplays.
I'm guessing you didn't get it, though, because otherwise we would have seen it
Yeah.
played right down, probably.
Immediately.
Get rid of the Pumpkaboo and a Battle Compressor. Ugh. And here it's...
Yeah.
You can see how frustrated he is.
Yeah.
That's bad luck right there. And then, yeah, literally the only cards left in the deck were DCs.
Yeah.
So that's super rough. So Delphox BREAK squeaks out a win against Night March. I really wasn't expecting this, but
Yeah.
you know, with the power of N and some bad luck on Marcus's part there.
Bad play. Don't even blame it on luck.
Well, I mean the Acrobike at the end.
Yeah, I guess that's true too, but I shouldn't have benched that Shaman.
Yeah.
That was bad. That not good. Don't do that.
So if your opponent's bad like Marcus, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
kidding. Just kidding. Even you can win against Night March.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But luckily, we played best 2 out of 3 in these series, so Marcus has definitely more than a chance to be able to come back and put Delphox back in its place.
Yeah.
So, and I'm kind of surprised we pulled out a win, even really without using Jirachi. And Jirachi is one of the only ways I really see a deck like this standing a chance against Night March.
Right.
So, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully Jirachi's not prized this game. That'd be pretty good. Cool. So, and it looks like Marcus is starting with a Pumpkaboo at least. So that's nice.
Yeah.
And one thing I like about Mew as well, it's whatchamacallit, it's an attacker with 50 hit points as opposed to Joltix 30.
Right.
But you still only need a DCU. You aren't as reliant on Dimension Valley.
Yeah.
I mean, assuming you have like a Joltik on the bench.
Right.
That's another thing I do like about this version of Night March. Mew's out. So here you got rid of a Megaphone and Pumpkaboo. And a Fury Belt. So Fighting Fury Belt, that's the card attached to Pumpkaboo. Gives them 40 more hit points and does 10 more damage. And for some reason, I always forget that Fighting Fury Belt does more damage. I always just think of 40 hit points.
Yeah.
Man, I forget what you had going on there.
I was just really trying to think of what the heck do I want off
Yeah.
of this Trainer's Mail?
Oh, is that what it is? I was wondering why there was like 2 stacks of cards like that.
Yeah. So guess we get a Dimension Valley.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why I couldn't tell what the trainer's mail was. It was the giant white card in the middle of the field there.
Yeah. And then I guess we Ultra Ball it.
Man, it seems fine.
Yeah.
Delphox doesn't spread, so you don't have to worry about like benching Joltix and them getting knocked out. So you can lead with Joltik or Mew in a game like this. Like honestly, Pumpkaboo is not as great.
Yeah. Because you can just what is it called? It's not versatile anymore.
Memories of Dawn.
Memories of Dawn. Yeah, you can Memories of Dawn the Joltix Night March. Do it for just a double colorless instead of a double colorless and then another energy.
Mm-hmm. So just compressor, getting rid of looks like a Lampent, a Joltik, and that would be something else. We just don't know what. Maybe like a cute little like tech supporter. Oh, okay. Or just Sycamore.
Draw some cards. Drawing cards is good.
And I'm a little excited too because I got to start with 2 Fennekins this game. Because last time I only had 1, and Marcus could have potentially wiped it off my board on turn 2. So at least this time I won't be in danger of having all my Fennekins gone on turn.
Yeah.
On Marcus's second turn.
Right. So here, I don't know how much I'm doing honestly with Night March. Definitely enough to knock that thing out, but I think I went first.
Yeah.
So.
So Scorcher, that seems fine. And I'm just debating if I want to play the Shaman, but I don't see much of a point to. It gives up 2 prizes.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We got a third Fennekin hitting the board.
Mm-hmm.
And here I have a level ball. I think I was trying to decide if I wanted to get Jirachi.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. There's a couple things I could do. I could put down the Jirachi and bait it, and let Marcus potentially knock that out and evolve into a Delphox.
Yeah.
But here I'm just opting to hang on to it. Because, as you saw from the last game, as soon as I put it down, Marcus was smart enough to just take it out immediately. So this time, I want to make sure when I do put it down, I will be able to use Stardust and start discarding Marcus's DCEs.
Yeah. Give me a hard time.
Yeah. Annoy you a little bit.
Yeah. Luckily, we have Puzzle of Time, but...
Yeah.
And it's tough in some decks to have both pieces in your hand, but it's not as bad with Night March, where you can thin out your deck with, Battle Compressor, and then play things like Teammates to just grab, 1 or 2 if you need both.
Mm-hmm.
So. But yes, either way, Jirachi's not fun to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Well, especially when they start playing more than one Jirachi against you.
Yeah.
Not many decks do that, but
right.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah. For sure.
See, we just see a Night March as expected. So here we have the level ball, so we're probably just gonna go straight for that Jirachi. Yep.
Yeah.
And so we do have energy to attack with it too, which is good. I think I'm just deciding if I want to Ultra Ball as well. Because we have the rare candy in hand, so.
Right.
Discarding the fire. Okay, yeah, we have another one to attack with Jirachi, so that's fine. We'll get rid of it. And so that must mean we're going for the, the XY Delphox that has the Mystical Fire ability. Okay, so I see a candy potentially. I'm just debating what energy to get rid of when I retreat.
Yeah.
And here I opt for the DC, just because Delphox's attack, Mystical Fire, requires fire energy to do more damage.
Yeah.
And if I have to attack with it, since this Pumpkaboo is Fury Belted, we would need 3 fires, so that's why I got rid of the DC. But yeah, so Jirachi is hitting the board now, discarding some Marcus's energy there.
Yep.
So hopefully that can buy us a couple turns here, where we just kind of run through Marcus's energy and try to run him out of resources, then clean up the game.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like Marcus is eyeing a Hex. So he plays that. That will prevent us from using Delphox's Mystical Fire. And Delphox breaks Flare Witch if we get that in play as well. So here we're retreating Jirachi just because we kind of need to save this guy. He's going to be one of the ways we win this matchup.
Yeah.
Okay, and we have a Wally in hand as well. Excuse me. Okay, so we're just going to Ultra Ball, because I think we have a Candy in there. Okay, so we'll get a second Delphox into play. The only thing that's kind of scary is if he hexes us again, we won't have any cards. But luckily, I did hit an N off the prize there.
Yeah.
So, what do you think you're going to get there? Probably a DCE and something?
Yeah, I was gonna definitely need to attack. But yeah, I don't know what else I end up going for on this. I don't remember exactly what my hand looks like.
Yeah.
So...
if nothing else, just 2 puzzles will let you get back something.
Yeah.
So...
maybe I'm thinking about grabbing a Mew or something? I'm not sure.
yeah, Mew seems good. That way you'll be able to keep your Joltik alive.
Yeah.
So, probably Mew DCE, if I just had to guess off the top of my head.
Yeah. So I got an Ultra Ball, I guess.
So,
Discard a Night Marcher, yeah. Looking at my Night Marcher pile now, I don't really think I'm doing that much damage yet.
yeah,
So-
that's right. Because Delphox has 180 hit points. I don't think you had that many at that point yet.
It looks kind of like I got 1 in there now, too, but...
Yeah, it doesn't look like that much currently. But we could be wrong. I don't think we've been paying attention too much to how many he has in there. But I guess so.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's a lot more
Cool.
than it looks.
Yeah. Why the heck I was thinking 1?
Yeah, maybe your discard pile is just so big, it just in comparison didn't look like much. So we do get Delphox up and running. We'll be able to draw some cards. And we do have an N in hand, so we will be able to put Marcus at a lower hand size if we opt to as well. So here we Flare
here
Witch.
we go. Stardust.
and so we end. So that's a pretty good turn right there.
Yeah, it took 2 puzzle out of my hand, so...
I feel like a lot of my ends have been doing that to you.
Yeah.
I'm picking pretty good turns to do it, apparently.
Yeah.
So then we attach return and just see a Stardust. Now, ideally, if we could like, never mind. I was gonna say if I Lysand or a Joltik and then Hex, but I was like, wait, we don't have Dual Brains Magazine, we can't do that.
Yeah.
Ooh, so target whistle going for the Shaman. That's dirty, man. That's dirty.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
So, I'm just trying to think, what do? You probably Hex and Pass, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because you need a turn to not attach an energy because it's just going to get discarded.
Yeah, I guess we went for the Sycamore.
Or if you can alternatively hit even like an escape rope in DCE, that's okay too, I think.
Yeah. So there's the escape rope.
Mm-hmm. So that does nullify Jirachi's effect. And also, well,
You had to play my part of the escape rope first, yeah.
yeah. That's really unfortunate. It's like, I either let Marcus take 2 prizes or take out my Delphox BREAK. This really sucks.
Yeah.
In hindsight, maybe I should have promoted the Shaman. But I think I had a Hex in hand, and I think my game plan was to Stardust, well, Hex, Stardust to force him to attack with Joltik,
Yeah.
and then Sky Return for the knockout on Joltik.
Right.
I believe that was my strategy I had at some point during this game. So we'll see if I go for that.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm just checking what resources I've used. Okay, so yep, I am going to go for that. So here, now Mew can't copy Joltik's attack because of Hex Maniac, so he will be forced to attack with this Joltik. But he does get the knockout on the Shaman, so kind of takes that strategy away. But even still, I can just Stardust and discard another DCE, which I'm kind of fine with, to be honest. But it's getting a little scary because Marcus is really low on prizes now, and I've only taken 1.
Right.
So, unfortunately, I kind of have to deck him out or run him out of DCE. I think that's probably the only way I can win at this point.
Yeah.
So here I'm just debating. I have a Sacred Ash, and then we have 1 prize left, right?
Yep.
So there's no point in saving it because if Jirachi, even if Jirachi gets knocked out, I can't Sacred Ash because it's his last prize of the game.
Yeah.
So gonna have to pull something out of our butts here. So here, I really don't know what to do. Just maybe, man, if I played Muscle Band in this list, if I could Stardust and
Like,
take a knockout and become like invincible the next turn.
The Joltik is resistant too, so Joltik actually doesn't even take
Oh
damage.
dang!
without
Never
the
mind.
Muscle Band, yeah.
Never mind. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we just end. That's fine. We get rid of. I think there was like a triple puzzle of time in Marcus's hand, something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like anytime you have 2 puzzles, you're just gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna be able to play this in about a turn.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So, I mean, as we saw last time, putting Marcus down at a 1-card hand worked out pretty good for us, so we're going to try it again.
Yeah. And I did take damage from that Stardust here. I shouldn't have, though.
Yeah, we kind of forgot about his resistance. But... so, he does have a Sycamore there. Typically, off an end of one, you don't get that kind of stuff, but like we said, Night March can thin its deck out really easily.
Yeah.
So here he escape ropes, then just Night Marches the Fennekin for the last prize. So maybe I shouldn't have put down that Fennekin, but I felt like ending him down to a 1-card hand,
Right.
it'd be safe.
Yeah.
But
ended up getting an escape rope.
yeah. But, you know, if I was trying to deck Marcus out or something like that, maybe it would have been better not to play it. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like we said at the beginning of the intro, you know, and these lists are usually extremely unrefined. In a lot of cases, it's our first times ever even playing the deck. So
Yeah.
you're going to see probably a handful of misplays in these testing rounds videos. So don't be too hard on us. Now, if we post a states video or something like that, you can tell us we suck all day. That's completely okay. Yeah, but in these, we're playing pretty sloppy at times. So, yeah, that game, I mean, that went pretty much how I expected this matchup to go, to be honest. Like, Night March just kind of rolls over this deck.
Yeah.
But that target whistle was pretty clutch, I think. Getting that Shaman. Because if he had only had 2 prizes left, I feel like I could have maybe pulled something out my butt. Like, even if that one Jirachi had got knocked out, I could have Sacred Ashed it back and kept discarding energy from you, so. Maybe 2 Jirachis to play in this deck. Maybe 4.
Potentially. 2 Jirachi, Sacred Ash, and Super Rod.
Yeah, why not, man? Why not?
Oh, man. And so a very weird start with 2 benched Pokemon and a 1 active. I ended up picking up one of those benched Pokemon, but...
Oh, yeah, and I let Marcus take it back. He's like, wait, why am I starting with Pumpkaboo? So. Scorched Earth, get a Level Ball. Can go for a Jirachi or another Fennekin, potentially. I kind of like the Fennekin, though. Yep, seems good. Just because prefer to only drop Jirachi once I know there's a DC on the board. And here, I believe I have Rare Candy and Delphox in hand. So I really don't want to end. And just because I'll be able to play that down next turn, no matter if he takes a knockout. But here, Marsh just does nothing, so I'm definitely not going to end in this case. So we'll do Mystical Fire. And I think my hand is like a Versus Seeker, 3 ends, and a Fire. Something like that.
Yeah. Yep, well, that's what it looks like right now.
So...
I definitely saw 2 of your full art. Yeah, that is 3 ends. 3 end. There you go.
So here I'm just debating, where do I want to attach this Fire?
I thought you were going to say debating what supporter to play. It's like, M or N?
So here we're going for the attack here against Mew, since really not in danger of being knocked out by this thing, I don't feel like.
Right.
So here you Puzzles of Times. Just debating on if he wants to retreat into somebody else, I guess.
Yeah.
See, I think Pumpkin is probably the better one to let get knocked out, just because you don't have D-Valley. So, yeah, that seems good.
There we go.
I like that play. So here, I'm guessing we'll probably just attach to Delphox and start knocking out stuff.
Yeah.
So Scorched Earth, we hit the break. That's really good. Retreat. Here I'm just debating, do I want to play N? And I almost kind of want to, just because you did Puzzle of Time. So more than likely you will be able to get out of this dead hand next turn.
Yeah.
If I had to guess. But here, I think it's just like, nah, man, you can refresh your hand yourself. I ain't playing nothing.
So, Ultra Ball, more than likely a Shaman.
Yeah, so here I kind of regret not ending, but at least this forces Marcus to actually get a new hand himself.
Yeah.
At least and waste his own resources rather than use mine.
Right.
But, I mean, I still feel pretty safe though because he only has one Night Marcher in the discard. Well, I think actually now it's 2 after this Ultra Ball. So, I mean, he needs a lot to knock out this 180 hit point break Pokemon. So, I feel kind of safe as of right now. Okay, so you got rid of 2 off the Ultra Ball. That's really good. So right now he's doing 60. Still needs some more. Well, 70 counting the Fury Belt, but I don't think it really does anything for your math, to be honest.
Yeah.
So you still need what, 6 more Night Marchers in the discard?
Something like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, if any deck can do it, it's definitely Night March, but...
Yeah.
Here, I'm guessing you're just debating on what to Ultra Ball away, if I had to guess. That's the only thing I can really think of. Because you have a lot of options there, so...
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
So I guess we're gonna Sky Return?
Just for 40? It seems okay, I suppose. At least that does take the option for a Shaman KO out of the picture. So here I just have a bunch of stuff I can't really use. And here, to be honest, I think I should have ended. If I had to guess. Or if I had to say. Just because he has Shaman in his hand, he'll be able to put it back down, but... I don't know, because you have a really big hand right now, so... Maybe it's a good thing I didn't play it, because right now you won't even be able to Shaman for much.
Right.
So, I don't know, man. Okay, see the D Valley come down, bumping my stadium.
Get an Acrobike off the trainer's mail.
So if you can hit like a Night Marcher off that Acrobike and like a compressor, that'd be that'd be
ideal.
pretty clutch.
Yeah.
Or like a Teammates and just get 2 compressors,
Right.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Because you still only have the the 3 Night Marchers in there, I believe. So
Right. Yeah. That's what it looks like. So here, I guess I didn't see a battle compressor off the Acrobike because I feel like I'd automatically just take that.
yeah, I feel like you're just like, yes, I need compressor,
Yeah.
Or maybe it's like 2 really good things. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's why. That's gross, man.
Oh man.
So he got Ultra Ball. At least that
Cool.
will give him some more
Another
outs.
Shaman.
Yeah.
So.
And it did let him put a Night Marcher in the discard as well.
Yeah. So I guess still just trying to figure out how we're gonna get enough Night Marchers in the discard pile. Man, this is crazy. This break. It's 180 HP and it's not an EX. So
yeah,
it's a lot of work to take one prize. I mean, you do have to evolve a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's hard as nails to get that thing into play.
Yeah.
But once you do, it's kind of a tank.
Yeah, and we did get a battle compressor.
Ooh, man, that is clutch. I'll tell you what, man. So right now, because I think you have 4 in there, so you're just 1 short, I believe. So, I mean, if you have like another Ultra Ball or another Compressor or something, then I'm... Well, actually, no, because you already did... What am I even thinking? You did 40 damage last turn,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you're knocking this thing out.
Right.
That's weird. Night March has to two-shot a non-EX Pokemon.
Yeah. This golden Delphox.
Yeah. So let's see what happens. Or what happens before he knocks out my Delphox. So there we go. Luckily, we do have another attacker. And here I'm just debating on what to get. There's a Sycamore there. I think I'm eyeing that down. I don't know why I keep referring to my hand. It's either Sycamore or nothing. I believe,
Yeah.
as far as I can tell. Yeah, so seems fine. So here, I think I'm just debating, just trying to plan out my turn. Do I want to end here? And I think I'm debating just going for the Sycamore. And yeah, I literally discard every end in my deck to do this, but
Yeah.
I feel like putting them at a 5-card hand doesn't do much for me.
Right.
And I would only be getting 4 cards without the Mystical Fire Delphox in play.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's better to just go for the Sycamore. And I really don't see myself needing 4N.
Right.
Because we have several versus Seeker left in the deck. We have 3, so we can use it down the road if we need to as well. Oh, and here we actually hit the Jirachi, so that's kind of cool. But I feel like it would just be better to just take a knockout on this Joltik. So here, maybe just going for breaks in, potentially.
Yeah.
Or maybe even... Maybe the break, I don't know.
Right.
I think the breaks in is fine, though.
So I guess you go for the break. Maybe still thinking about it.
I don't know.
So, what's that ability called again?
Flare Witch.
Flare Witch.
Yeah. So we can power up the break, and so that'll kind of put Marcus in a difficult position, though, because it's like, well, do I knock out this giant tank
Yeah.
that's going to keep knocking out stuff, or do I knock out this thing that can get rid of all of my energy? So
it's a tough decision.
Yeah.
Luckily, we had puzzle time. Makes it a little bit easier. But still, I guess, debating on what the next card should be out of that puzzle.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, probably want to be able to use my Night March attack, so...
Yeah, and here, to be honest, I kind of wish I would have went for the breaks in, because I believe you would have knocked out this Delphox break regardless.
Right.
And I had a fire in hand to attach to the active Delphox if I wanted, so...
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe the breaks in would have been a better play. Because if you do knock out the Delphox, that leaves me no one to attack with for the next turn, other than Jirachi, which, you know, it's fine, it can buy me a turn or two, but I would still prefer just to take knockouts as opposed to discarding energy.
Yeah. And after that Sycamore, I think I have 1 versus Seeker left in my deck.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Okay, so compressor. Oh, really, what else do you want to get rid of at this point? Because you don't really want to get rid of supporters since you've discarded a lot of versus seekers. So if you have any more compressors in your deck, those seem like good targets.
Right.
Maybe even Ultra Balls at this point. I don't know.
Yeah. Easy seems fine.
Yeah, I mean, you can maybe pick up a Shaman, but I don't think you'll necessarily need to, because
Yeah.
I'll kind of need to be taking out your Night Marchers.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because I have 3 prizes left. That's, I don't know, taking out a Shaman would be really good. So maybe keep the AZ, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. And yeah, just Compressor, that seems good to me, because your deck's pretty thin. I don't really know what else you wouldn't want in there at this point.
Right.
Okay, so Mark's is starting to creep his way back into this game. So, yep, and then we'll probably just see a Night March for the KO. So I'm guessing you're Ultra Balling. I'm confused. I think you started to. Then you're like, nah, I don't need to get anything else.
Yeah, maybe it was that, or I just wanted to save something in my hand.
I have no idea.
Jirachi.
So I'm debating if I want to play the Sacred Ash or wait for this Jirachi to get knocked out first, but
Yeah.
I honestly think I need to go for the Sacred Ash because I think both my breaks are in there, and a couple Delphoxes and a breaks in. So, and Zoroark as well, more importantly.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say more importantly, but I think I'm going to need an attacker that's pretty quick at some point in this game. So here, I think that's just what I'm debating on, what I want to get off the Sacred Ash. Yeah. So I'm guessing a Delphox break line and probably Zoroark seems good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems pretty good to me. So even though my board is kind of like decimated at this point, kind of out of nowhere too, because I had two fully powered Delphoxes before Marcus even really got going, but
Yeah.
Night March can take knockouts pretty quickly. So here we have a Candy and Ultra Ball we could get, so going for the Ultra Ball instead. That'll set us up for next turn, so that'll let us grab an evolution. So here we hit Zorua. That seems really good to me. Because I don't see us getting another Delphox set up super quickly, at least. So that was a pretty good turn for me, just to kind of play defensively. I got back all my attackers, started evolving, got some Pokemon on the board, and took out Marcus's energy. So
Right.
here, I'm guessing you're going for a Mew? Yeah. Seems good to me. There's no way, I was thinking, no way you're in a Shaman with only like a handful of cards left in your deck. Okay, and one thing I don't like about that play though is now Zoroark can knock out Shaman potentially.
Right.
Oh, but I see you want to get someone set up on the bench. Oh, and then we do see Shaman. Maybe you have more cards in your deck than I think.
Huh. Grab an escape rope.
Okay. So that seems kind of good.
Yeah.
And I guess you just play it and take a knockout. So, I mean, I don't mind that too much. I mean, I'd honestly probably prefer Fennekin out of all those Pokemon to get knocked out, but usually, whenever you Stardust, you're usually safe for a turn, so it is kind of unfortunate Marcus is able to get yet another prize.
Yeah.
And creep back into this game. Oh.
So I guess I Sky Return.
I'm curious why. Do you know why you didn't? Oh, you wanted to save the DCE probably?
Yeah, that could be it. Maybe I just didn't have one for the next turn. or a way to get one for the next turn, without drawing the rest of my deck because of how thin it is. So.
Yeah. It actually did kind of mess me up, if I remember right. We'll see here in a second. But
yeah, what happens with the numbers and stuff, but yeah.
yeah. So, rare candy seems good. So, yeah, we're going to try to go for the Zorark play here. So we draw 6 cards, and we have, like, basically nothing left in our deck at this point. So here we can play that down. We can Mystical Fire again, even, and Shaman if we have to. And I think we have a Versus Seeker to Sycamore. So here I'm thinking, if I hit the Zorark, I can take a knockout on Shaman.
Yeah.
So I'm using my second Mystical Fire. And then...
with 3 cards left,
yeah.
the Zorark.
And then I still have Shaman though, so... But then I completely whiff it. So I went through like almost my whole deck there.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think if I had gotten the Zorark right there, I honestly think that would be game, because all I'd have to do is just take an easy knockout on whoever he promotes.
Right.
But now, unfortunately, my Delphox is stuck stranded up there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Had he not escaped rope, I could have just maybe... I don't know, maybe I could have had some other option with Jirachi. Well, no, because you Sky Returned, so...
Yeah.
But
looks like I'm going for another Sky Return.
yeah, so here, I mean, Marcus can just deck me out, to be honest. And here you can see the very last card of my deck.
Is the Zoro.
Yeah. But, I mean, not all hope is gone. I can still potentially end and hit it. I think what I should have done, though, is maybe Mystical Fired into the Zorark.
Yeah.
To get it and then end.
Then play it in.
But I don't remember how many cards I had in hand, so maybe I wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah.
So... and here, after the end, I still don't hit it at all.
Did the Ultra Ball, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really needed to take the knockout on that Shaman, though. That was going to be really big.
Mm-hmm.
So, I might be a turn too late, but it just depends. Because Marcus can knock this out, but I mean... If we can maybe attach Flare Witch and then Lysander as Shaman, that would be the game, but... I forget what we have left in our deck at this point. So, it looks like you have... Wait, so you got Lysander off the trainer now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But I mean... I only have a couple cards left, so you might just be better off going for the deck out strategy at this point.
Yeah. Looks like that's what I go for.
Yep. Here, I think you're just debating if I have any possible way to knock out a Shaman.
Yeah.
On the next turn.
I think mostly just trying to think of who I'm gonna promote after this Sky Return potentially.
Yeah.
And
that's rough. Because it's like, well, if I promote the Shaman, then, you know, if he has the stuff to knock it out, that's game. But I think we checked all my resources, and to be honest, I don't think I have anything left. It's literally, I think, a Break and like a Delphox or something.
yeah.
So, and we play a pretty high count of energy in this deck, but between Scorched Earth and Flare Witch and all this different stuff, it's easy to go through all of your energy.
Right.
Like, I think the count is like 12 or 13. And here, yeah, just another Sky Return. I'm just like, is this really how it all ends?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, missing that one Zoroark Mind Jack was really, really bad. So, ooh, Flare Witch attached to 0 energy.
Yeah.
And so we'll just see another Mind Jack come down for 40. And then just a...
Sky Return.
Yeah, for a knockout and deck out in the same go.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, that was the series. It's kind of weird that you won that one too, considering how horrible of a start you had.
Yeah.
But just, I guess it was my turn to have some bad luck. Like that first game, you like thinned out your whole deck and couldn't hit a DC. But this time, I thinned out my whole deck and couldn't hit my Zoroark. So
right.
I guess it's only fair. But even still, guys, like even though Night March won the series, which I think we kind of expected when me and Marcus were building these decks, means Delphox still put up a really good fight. To be honest, it wasn't as lopsided as it seemed at first.
Right.
So, like the first game we won. Second game it did get quite bodied, I would say. But I mean, that third game, it was still pretty close. Had we not whiffed the Zoroark, that one turn, we could have been still in the game, I think.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, guys. But yeah, and if you guys want to check out the list that we played, we'll post deck profiles as well. So be on the lookout for those. I'll be sure to put a link somewhere in the description or something once those go online as well. But yeah, guys, that's it. We appreciate you watching. Feel free to like and subscribe, and we will see you guys for the next one, okay?